Welcome back to Red November. This is going to be the conclusion. So we're going to either be eaten by the Kraken, crushed, burned to death, or we're going to make it and be rescued. All right, up first here we have the red gnome. And the red gnome's right here in the oxygen pump room. And he is going to spend time to fix it, because if we get one more oxygen deprivation going on here, we're going to suffocate to death. So we're going to spend how many minutes? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go right to 10. Want to make sure that gets repaired. Now it goes to the leftmost star, which is right here. The oxygen pump is repaired, but now we have to go and do the events. So the first event that we get, which is probably bad, is we're going to have another blocked hatch. Wow. All right. Another blocked hatch in room 6. We can't because it's already blocked, so that's basically just not going to happen. All right, and we do get to now draw an item, and so the red gnome gets another bottle of grog. He's already kind of drunk, and he has 2 extra bottles of grog. So continuing on, the next event that's going to take place, it's going to be a respite. Nothing happens. Got lucky. Continuing on to the next event. All right, and a fire spreads. So a fire starts adjacent to a room that already has a fire token. Where do we want to do that? Don't have many choices, do we? Well, we're going to do it right here in this room adjacent. That's going to bring the oxygen asphyxiation level up 1. Okay, continuing on, we have another event. It's the last event in the deck. Then I'm going to have to reshuffle. And the last one is another blocked hatch. So 8. We get a blocked hatch in room 8. So it's going to be one of these 2. And let's block that one there. And now red catches up with the ghost marker. And we're on to blue's turn. So, again, if we can get all our gnomes to this location without the ship being destroyed, we will win. So I'm going to have to shuffle all the event cards offline here, so I'm going to do that, and we'll come right back with blue's turn. All right, and I should mention, now that I've reshuffled the deck, I added the Kraken card into the event deck after you go through it one time. So we're not really in danger of the Kraken because we're getting pretty close to the end. So now it's blue's turn. What is blue going to do? I think blue... what does blue have? Well, blue I think is going to try to unblock this hatch between room 1 and room 2. Doesn't have a crowbar or anything, so it just has to spend time. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 7 minutes and try and unblock that room. So 7 or less, we roll a 7. Wow. Just lucky. So this becomes unblocked. So now green will be able to go through there. All right, we have to catch up, of course. So we're going to get the first event, and we get a timed event. Place the missile launched destruction token at plus 10. All right. Missile launch is going to happen from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, because it lands right on the very end, I'm not sure about this now exactly, because I think we're going to have to deactivate it. If it had got one more, it wouldn't matter. But because it's right at the last space, I do believe we're going to have to deactivate it. And that's not very good for us. I think we're in trouble. Okay, and now we get to draw an item for blue, and they're going to get another pump manual. So they've got 2 of them. That was just a bad draw. 1, 2. So next event, that event we did not want at that point in time. Reactor warm-up. So the reactor's heating up 1. So away we go with that. And to the next event. The events just keep happening. We get another blocked hatch at a random location, and that is at 1. So the one that just got unblocked gets blocked once more. Oh, I think we are in real trouble here now. We catch up. It's now green's turn. And the problem we have is the missile launch is about to happen. So, yep, I don't know. I got to think about this for a bit, but it is now green's turn. Green is in a room that has 2 blocked hatches. So the option for green is to either unblock a hatch or fix the engines. And I think green's going to try to unblock the hatch. Green does have a crowbar, so they're going to get a +3 to do that. And they're going to take, so 3, it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8 minutes to unblock the hatch. The same one again. So we're going to unblock it. Rolls a 2. This hatch is unblocked. And that's good, except we have to go through the events now. So the first event is going to be another blocked hatch. What is it going to be? It's at number 6. This hatch is already blocked. Nothing happens. Up to the next event. Okay, the next event is going to be a reactor warm-up. Advance the heat track by 1. Okay, we can live with that. We're almost rescued. And then we're going to catch up to the ghost marker, and it will be green's turn again. Wow, green does not have any grog, and we really need to get over to that missile countdown room. I'm not sure how green is going to do that. So, yeah, I think what we're going to have green do is we're going to have green, I don't know, now I'm confused. I think green's going to take something that's called, he's not going to move anywhere, and we're going, oh no, he is going to move here. So he's going to open that hatch for 1 minute, and then he's going to take I think he might take a trade action, in fact. He's going to trade with red, and how you do that is you can swap items back and forth. Trade action, I believe, takes 1 minute per item, I think. Yeah, trade item cards. Well, no, it's just 1 minute, any number of cards. So he's just going to take one of the 2 grog from the red player. So that's a trade action, so that's going to take 1 minute. And that's going to be the end of green's turn. Green's going to catch up. Green has 1 event going on, another blocked hatch at location 2. Boy, that hatch is really sticky, so it's blocked again. And that's going to catch green up to red. It is blue's turn. We have to deactivate this missile silo thing here. Now, was that green's turn? And I gave the grog to blue, which I shouldn't have. Should have given it to red. We are in a pickle here because it is blue's turn and we cannot get to the missile room. Blue doesn't have grog. Blue does not have a fire extinguisher, so blue cannot run over here and try and disarm the missiles. I think I might be kind of in trouble. I think I am in big doo-doo, and I don't even have... Blue has the deactivation codes. Alright, so blue's not going to move anywhere. Blue is going to do a trade action with... blue's going to do trade action with green. Green goes next. We're going to give... Blue's going to give green the deactivation codes. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do, because green has a grog now, and green has the deactivation code. So that was a trade. So didn't move and just traded. So that takes 1 minute. But we have to catch blue up to the marker, and which means blue is going to have an event taking place. And the event is a respite. Nothing happens. Oh boy, and now it's blue's turn again. And blue's turn again, and blue can't really do anything. So blue's going to take a non-action, which takes 1 minute, which takes him to here, which means it's blue's turn again. Wow, what to do with blue? Well, blue's going to take a non-action again, which is going to move them 1 minute along the track. Blue has to catch up to the ghost marker, which is going to mean that we have a final event. Yeah, this is getting bad. Reactor warm-up. Advance the heat track by 1. Okay. And blue is there. Now it is green's turn. And we've got to shut this missile silo down or we are toast. And so green is unfortunately going to have to drink a bottle of grog. And that's going to increase the intoxication level to 3. And now it's movement. Now because green had some grog to drink, they can move through a room with fire. So it's going to take 1 minute to move in here. 2 minutes to move in here. 1, 2, and I think we're at the end. And I believe we can spend that card. The deactivation code gives a +4, but we can't spend any more minutes because we're at the end of the track, at the end of the missile track. So I have to roll a 4 or less. And I roll a 5. So, oh, I can't do anything, sorry, I can't do anything in that room anyway because it's on fire. And I don't think there's any way for me to deactivate the missiles because nobody has a fire extinguisher. So we have to have tried to put out the fire, which he has tried to do in this room and failed because he would only have 1 minute to do it. And so he has to get out of this room, and he's going to have to go 2 more minutes back here. But I don't think you keep going around the clock. So he's basically got to the end of this track, and he has been unable to put out the fire. And so he's pretty much useless. Red has a grog. Going to drink. Oh, and we had to do a feint check. Sorry about that. A feint check for the green. Feint check was a 4, so he was at intoxication level 3. So green didn't pass out and then had to move back where he was because of the fire. So the ruling is if you try to do an activity like putting out a fire and you don't, there's a special move action after you do the action, which means you have to move out of the rooms with fire. And I think you can keep moving out of the rooms with fire until you get to another room. But I don't think I'm winning this anyway. I think it's impossible. So it's red's turn. Red cannot do... Red can only drink a grog, which I guess is going to have to do. Going to intoxication level 3. 1 minute, 2 minutes. 1 minute, 2 minutes. And has 0 minutes to deactivate the missile thing. Can't do it. Really can't do it, so has to go and can't put out the fire. So toasted. So back he goes. I think we're done. There's no way. So red gets to the end of the track. Blue is there's no way to disarm the missile because it's on fire. You have to put out the fire first before you can disarm the missile. But does red pass out? Let's have a look. A 4. So red doesn't pass out from grog. They were at intoxication level 3. And unfortunately it's blue's turn, and like I said, blue cannot stop the missile countdown. And so as time passes, the missiles explode, and our 3 gnomes, right at the very, I mean literally at the very last minute, lose the game. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So unfortunately, our gnomes did not get rescued. They came so close. That was just a very unlucky draw of a timed event right at the absolutely wrong moment. Had this missile marker gone 1 past this green part, it wouldn't have mattered. We would have gotten out of the ship and gotten rescued. However, lost the game. So that was Red November, 2nd edition from Fantasy Flight Games. Kind of a fun little cooperative run around the ship, putting out fires and floods and fixing things. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. It was fairly entertaining. I thought I was going to win this, but boy, that was just a bad draw. But that's what happens in this game. You can have a bit of luck and string some luck together, and you can also just get hammered one card after the other, and you can end up happening like what happened with me right here, as you pull the wrong timed event at the wrong time, and you lose. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time in the next series, probably in a month or so, and we'll get on to another board or card game. Again, I do complete playthroughs from beginning to end, so you can see how the game plays all the way through. I hope I haven't made too many mistakes. I don't think I did, but if I did, check the comments, and there will be some conversations there, I'm sure, if I've made errors. All right, once again, thanks so much for watching along, and join me on my next series.